Hey there, this is Molly. Welcome to my YouTube channel as we take a look at the Taurus Full Moon that's happening on October 31st, 2020, 10:49 a.m. That's Eastern Daylight Savings Time, so please adjust for your location on the planet. This is a very dynamic Taurus Full Moon. It is all about change, liberation, new discoveries, new insights. A lot is going to be opened up, perhaps destabilized, and it's meant to move energy forward. This is a full moon full of surprises. So we take a look at the moon, which is right here at 8 degrees of Taurus, 38 minutes. And you can see that it's nearly exactly conjunct Uranus at 8 degrees Taurus, 41 minutes retrograde, only 3 minutes apart. And so this gives a surge of energy to the moon in Taurus to break it free, break it open, and really electrify this area of your chart. So you're looking to find 9 degrees of Taurus. And I'm saying 9 degrees because when the minutes go past 30 minutes, we round up to the next degree point. At 9 degrees of Taurus in your chart is where this power surge is coming through. The Uranus energy moves quickly. It's fast. It's about breaking free of where you have felt caged or stuck. And with the moon being our emotional selves, our emotional body, where we have perhaps stabilized ourselves, that is Taurus energy. It likes reliability, what it can count on, security. This is a breaking free of something within you that's actually been holding you back. And it's been maybe stuck for a little bit. And there's something about this full moon that is really asking you to allow this surge of energy to come through, even though it can feel destabilizing and out of your control. It's on your side, should you choose that perspective, to help you see more of what you want and how you're ready to transform something that's been maybe stuck, that's been in a place of uncertainty or fear. The sun is opposing the moon, as it is for every full moon, but in this case, the sun is opposing Uranus as well. So there's a double jolt. The moon is the feminine, the sun is the masculine. There's a balancing here, a rebalancing with the moon's energy. It's like a reprogramming, an elevation. It can be an escalation. It can be a higher perspective comes through that you feel. You feel it. There's something here that you're working with in a way. It's like I get this image of cracking through almost like a driveway or pavement or concrete, something cracking that shows you more of what's been underneath, operating behind the scenes, and asking you to step into dynamic changes. Now, the moon is our daily life, so it can be dynamic daily life changes. But it can also be an opening into more of what you want that you didn't know or believe that you could really receive or have, develop, grow, build. Taurus is a builder. Taurus is the energy of where we want to manifest in the real world based on how much we value and accept ourselves. And if any of that energy has been stuck for you, this is where it can be cracked open, the break free, the break out. Again, fast moving, an instant hit or feeling, an instant knowingness, and an instant sense of what you want next. And as soon as this is identified, there could be a message that comes through from another part of your consciousness around what you may lose, what may need to change, what needs to transform, and an internal push-pull around even power dynamics or control issues. Scorpio and Taurus are also associated with finances and money, where there could be news, developments, opportunities, advancements, things that show up, things that come through. In the best case scenario, of course. Now, for the second time in a row, Venus is the ruler of this full moon because she's the ruler of Taurus and she was the ruler of the Libra new moon. Well, now she's in one of her home signs of Libra, where she is lovely and strong and supported. She's able to consider what others need. She wants to work together well with others. And we also have this Mercury that's retrograded back into Libra, 26 degrees of Libra, and will continue the retrograde energy until November 3rd. So the two planets in Libra are providing a balance point and objectivity around what is changing or what needs to change. It's giving us the ability to think it through, to talk it out, to have conversations, but also to hear yourself, to make sure that you're listening to what you need and what is correct for you. This Venus is at 4 degrees of Libra and is making an opposition to Chiron, retrograde at 5 degrees Aries. That's an opposition of not feeling worthy, of wondering if it's something you can actually experience, have. It's like that internal vulnerability is here with the opposition between Chiron and Venus. And then we also have Mercury squaring Saturn at 26 degrees of Capricorn, which is mentally stuck. But remember, Mercury's retrograde. And it could be that what you've been moving through, deciding, gaining clarity on throughout October, it's really going to feel stronger the middle of November. And that's because by then, Mercury will be direct. Mars stations direct November 14th, 15th. And then Mercury makes the final opposition. Mercury will be back in Scorpio and will make the final opposition to Uranus November 17th. So there's a lot moving here around what is next in your life, the next chapter of what you want to manifest, create, move towards, that's being energetically reconfigured. There's a slowdown. There's a sense of maybe understanding but not knowing the how or how it's going to line up or play out. But the middle of November has a surge of movement forward. And so this full moon is tapping you into the truth of what you want, of what's in your heart, of what you know you're worthy of what you want that feels good. The moon is about the feelings and where you are resonating with something in a whole new way. Because I feel like this Uranus is bringing in higher energies. It feels directly into the heart chakra. maybe even directly into the sacral chakra. And it's from a cosmic source of energy. So a deep reprogramming that could put you at odds with a part of yourself that doesn't want to lose control or feels like there's a lot at risk. But there's so much about 2020 that's been really bringing up change, imminent change, bigger changes, the reestablishment of your life and where you want to live a good life, a healthy life, a sense of meaning in your life. That's also Taurus. Does this have meaning? Does this have value to me? So there is a bigger reprogramming with the Taurus full moon that's very dynamic with this Uranus. And it's interesting how it could even feel stressful. Honestly, it can feel stressful, especially mentally, with that square to Saturn. But just go through the process where you're at right now, whatever that looks like for you, whatever that might be, because the middle of November is going to bring in more of the forward motion. And I think part of this energy is just maybe knowing something and feeling it, but not seeing it, not being able to make it happen, not being able to do what you want to do. And that's because of how this Mars is still retrograde. And that Mars is actually moving really slow right now. Because Mars stations retrograde at, I believe it's 15 degrees. So he's hanging out here at 16 and 15 degrees for a number of weeks. He's not even moving, at least not fast. He's just sauntering. Actually, he's crawling. Mars is crawling. But the feelings are gaining clarity. This Uranus is also going to bust away some of the fears or some of the areas of uncertainty. If that's your intention, if that's what you want, if that's what you call in to work with, where you simply say, make this clear to me. Please make it very clear to me what the next steps are, what I need to know, what I need to feel. Please make it evident, how to move through this or how to go forward. And that's something you could really feel at this full moon. And once this Venus moves away from the opposition to Chiron, she's going to have a little bit more breathing room. And then she's going to have, in November here, an opposition to Mars. But what's really lovely is that Mars is in his home sign of Aries, so this is the masculine. Venus is in her home sign of Libra, the feminine, and they are going to be having a conversation that is about understanding each other more, getting clearer in the other's intentions, and even understanding more about relationship dynamics. Perhaps even what works, what doesn't work, what you're ready to change, what you want to shift, what you don't like, what you do like, and on and on. So there's going to be some interesting energies here as we move into November. And they're based on the realizations that you've come to understand and move through in October. Be careful of any impatience here. Know how to work with the restlessness. Know how to understand what you're feeling. And move. Definitely move, because this is, again, that electrical pulse coming through at a higher level to help you be in alignment with what you want, to open up to it, to be able to manage the fears or manage the reservations or lower consciousness perceptions. And then again, in the middle of November, I feel like there's just going to be more forward movement that will make it easier. So if you're feeling like it's not time to do something, to say something, to take action, trust that. Really trust that. Whereas conversely, if there's something that you're feeling that you need to do, trust that too. But I feel like this full moon is going to show you, again, more of what you want going forward, break you out of any limitations of what you thought you could have, and to see how there's potential to be reprogrammed at a higher level, especially as we close out 2020 and move into 2021. And on that note, I now have for you the 2021 Soul Growth Astrology program available. That's all of the major astrology of 2021. It's 4 individual webinars. You can move through it at your own pace, at your own speed, come back and watch it later or as often as you want. But that is now available. So you can take a look at how the energies of 2021 are going to be showing up in your chart. I'll have the link below this video. So thank you so much for joining me. We'll be back soon to look at the next Scorpio new moon coming up in November. Otherwise, I will see you back here every Monday and Wednesday for my podcast. Thank you so much for your comments, likes, subscribes, and for sharing. I'm greatly appreciative. And I hope that this full moon brings about some amazing understandings of where you want next and where you're going. I'll see you soon.